Well, good morning from Mount G's. This past week has been very difficult on numerous fronts, I guess, professionally, personally, emotionally, physically. And I think it makes today's passage out of Genesis very fitting. Genesis 2, 1 through 3. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work that he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work that he had done in creation. And so in Genesis 1, we have the first 6 days of creation. It tells us that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It says day 1, he created the light. Day 2, he created the sky, separating the water from the water. Day 3, he created the land and gathered the water into one place. Then he made vegetation appear. Day 4, the sun, the moon, and the stars. Day 5 is the fish and everything that lives in the sea, and the birds, everything that flies. And then day 6 was animals, all the bugs, and humanity, everything that lives on the land. And it could have stopped there. God could have ended the week there. It could have been, all right, you get 6 days. But he throws in another day, and it says the seventh day. It says the heavens and the earth were finished. And everything, the whole host, everything that fills the heavens and the earth was created. And on the seventh day, God finished all that he had done. And on the seventh day, he rested. So God gives a seventh day of a week. There's 6 days, and then there's the seventh day. And on the seventh day is set aside for rest. And so these 3 verses, the beginning of Genesis 2, they tell us a few things about God. The first is that God finishes what he starts. On the seventh day, God finished his work that he had done. And so God doesn't begin things and do it part way and then get distracted and walk away and leave things unfinished. When God begins something, God sees it through to completion. And so God finishes what he starts. He completes it. The second thing is we see that God rests. So God gives the seventh day. Was God exhausted? No. God is infinitely powerful, infinitely energetic. God does not need rest. But God created humanity, and God gave humanity in all of his creation a day of rest. So the Hebrew word is sabbath, and it's the root of the word Sabbath. And so God created a seventh day as a day of rest, a day of refreshment, a day of worship. It's a day to enjoy creation. It's a day to trust God, to say, you know what, I've worked for 6 days, and I'm going to trust God that I don't need to work on the seventh day. But I'm going to let God work and bring all of my work to fruition. I'm going to allow God to bring my creativity to fruit. And we see that God blesses this last day, the seventh day. God blesses it and gives it to humanity. We were not created to just go. And especially in America and our Western culture, that's what we do, is we go. And right now I'm very distracted because my garden is overgrown. My green beans and my cucumbers I can't keep up with. I have beets that need picked and canned. I've got weeds that need pulled. My yard needs mowed. My blackberries and my raspberries need harvested. And my mind is just on all these things that need to do. I've got a project I'm working on in the basement that needs to be worked on. My shower needs work. So there's all these things pulling for my attention. And today, Sunday, is the day that I don't have to go to work. And so it's like, okay, I finally have a day where I can do all these other things. But that's not good for my soul. It's not good for my spirit. It's ultimately not good for me physically. And so we need to learn to rest, to take advantage of that day of rest that we were given. And again, this is hard because there's so many things pulling for our attention and pulling for our time and our resources that every minute has to be accounted for. But we've got to get away from that because that's not how God created us. That was not God's intention. If it was, God would have said, okay, you get 6 days, go, 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 go. It says, no, I'm going to give you a 7th day. And that 7th day is supposed to be a Sabbath where you rest, where you're refreshed, and ultimately where you worship. And so find the time, make the time. You have to make it. You're not going to find it. You've got to make it. Make the time for your Sabbath. And when it gets here, guard it and protect it. Because your life depends on it. You cannot go, 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 go. And so may God bless you this week. May you find a Sabbath and rest. May your Sabbath be refreshing. May you worship, and may you learn to walk with God more closely as you learn who He is. May you be blessed this week.